Daniel chapter 8 verses 3 to 4. Then I lifted up mine eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had two horns, and the two horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand. But he did according to his will, and became great. A ram. The first power introduced to us in this chapter is symbolized by a ram. There is no guessing who this is. For in verse 20, we are told that it is the kingdom of the Medes and Persia. So unlike chapters 2 and 7, this vision starts without the kingdom of Babylon. The reason being that Babylon was at the end of its reign of world dominance. It was passing off the scenes, which had two horns. Again, in verse 20, we are told that the two horns are the kings of Media and Persia. One was higher than the other, higher came up last. The Medes under Darius and the Persians under Cyrus, and tied together to bring about the downfall of the Babylonian Empire. When they succeeded, as seen in chapter 5, Cyrus, the nephew of Darius the Mede, allowed Darius to take the throne and rule the empire, out of respect for his uncle. Darius ruled for only 2 years and then died at the age of 64. Persia now took the throne through Cyrus. But why is this referred to as the higher coming up last? It is because out of the two nations, the Medes were the weaker and thus the higher or stronger, which were the Persians came up last. The kingdom eventually was known as the Persian kingdom, whose westward, northward, and southward. When looking at the word whose here and the way it is used in this verse, it is easy to see that this is referring to the conquest of the Medo-Persian Empire. The Medes and Persians conquered Lydia to the west 547 BC and Babylon 539 BC, Egypt and Nubia in the south 525 BC, and the Scythians in the north in 513 BC. The entire number of provinces were 127. Esther chapter 1 verse 1, from India to Ethiopia. No beast might stand before him. That is, no nation could stand before the Medo-Persian Empire. Did according to his will. No one could stand in the way of, nor be delivered out of the hand of this conquering power, which did according to his will and became great.